during our pandemic. So she'll just have a seat there at the beginning and the end to remind ourselves we're together and connected. So take that comfortable seat, allow your pelvis to spill forward gently like a bowl, and take that root through the sits bones and celebrate that root that we have, the connection to the earth, this planet that we're all connected on. And so let's just feel that as we take that seat. And just noticing the breath, again, for our beginning of practice, we'll simply notice the breath. You can close the eyes if that's more comfortable to shut out distractions. If you could rub your hands together and just feel that warmth that you can give yourself just by rubbing the hands together. And remind us as we rub the hands together of the warmth of others around the world. So really feeling that connection through our cells, through those, our contact. And then take the hands and place them against your heart, crossing the arms. This connection helping you feel that breath inside of you and the movement it creates as you breathe. I can suggest a 3-part breath to begin with, but if you're more comfortable simply observing the breath, then just stay comfortable with that observation and allow the hands to drop to your thighs and just take that root again, also that calming effect of your warm hands on the thighs, and with each exhale, the thighs will drop to the earth a little bit more. I invite you to take a 3-part breath. So the first part of the breath filling the belly, second part ribs, third part up into the shoulders. First part, inhale into the belly, then the ribs, then the chest, collarbone, exhale. Feel the belly, feel the navel towards the spine as you exhale, that 3-part, belly, ribs, chest. Taking that 3-part with each inhale, allowing for a deeper connection with the breath each time. Throughout the practice, you can always come back to regular observational breathing or that 3-part breath. So in breath, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Noticing as you count the breaths, maybe they get a little bit longer each time. Connecting with the basics of breath. If you can hear your in-breath and your out-breath, that's even better. You can soothe yourself through the sound anytime. Gently flutter the eyes open, and we'll begin our practice, physical practice, by taking the fingertips to the side. If you need to change the cross of your legs, you can do that now. And feel that spine lifting towards the sky, really connecting from the bottom of the spine, the sacrum, all the way up the spine. Feel the shoulder blades smoothly massaging the rib cage in the back there. Shoulders dropping away from the ears and the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Your fingertips beside you are going to add that extra grounding effect, that nice balance like a tripod. Feeling the breath feed the spine. So really feeding that beautiful connection of a spine to our entire nervous system. And then we'll take a right turn with our chin in that horizon, natural horizon line over the right shoulder. Exhaling into center, inhaling to the other side, take the chin over the left shoulder. As you do this, make it very smooth through the center and then over to the right without forcing any movement, except definitely press through your fingertips. So you can notice that engagement of your neck muscles, those long muscles. Coming back through center, take a left turn. And then let's gaze forward towards your screens, and then we'll come down with the chin looking at the heart. As the heart opens up more forward, as you feed that with breath, you can feel those shoulders open up, and the heart is able to shine forward even more. Now you're going to take the chin, and if you can, trace your collarbone over to the right shoulder. See how far that can reach, and if you can press your left fingertips, that will help you extend the stretch a little more. And then come through center, exhale, and slide your collarbone over, your chin along the collarbone over to the left shoulder, pressing through the right fingertips. Trace along back to center, and then gently lift the chin, bring the gaze up to the sky above, the ceiling, whatever's above you. If your heart can join you in that gaze upward, that's great. An imaginary hand behind your heart supporting you. And then bring your gaze back to neutral, and we'll lift those arms out to the side. So getting some toning in those arms, lift the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, drop the shoulders away from the ears. So you can feel that connection between the fingers, and just really reaching out to each side. And we're going to take the rib cage and join the arms side to side, holding them nice and strong upward in that T. Imagine this nice grabbing someone's hand on the right, swaying over to the left, grabbing someone's hand on the left. Sway to the right, to the left, all the while aware of that peaceful center in the body, in the torso, the spine. And let's continue that swaying. This time, let's see if you can gently nod your left ear towards the left shoulder as you lean over to the left. Coming through center, lean over to the right. See if that right ear will lean towards the right shoulder. Back and forth. So you're bringing this wave action into the spine, and of course into the top of the spine, into the head. No strain. Inhale and exhale. So feeling that fun swaying action in the neck, joining the arms. And then come back to neutral. Let's tap into the strength of those arms again. Open the palms to the sky, and then sweep upwards, looking up, imagining beautiful positive energy ball coming in between your hands, connecting those warm palms. And then we'll take our palms outward to the side, and then bring the arms down. And as you bring the arms down, you're going to gaze over your right fingertips. So we're coming into those proud warrior hands. Inhale, let's take the palms up to the sky again, reach up. Take the backs of the hands together, and then gaze over your left shoulder. So you're gazing over the left fingertips. Let's flip those palms open again, look forward, lift up, and then exhale. Let's take that pose again, looking over the right fingertips, long arms. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. You're just lifting up through the side bodies, reaching up to the sky, and then gazing over your left fingertips. So we're proud warriors. One more go. So you'll inhale, the arms up, exhale, gaze over to the right. Welcome that big inhale as you reach up, and then exhale, look over to the left. Beautiful. And now we'll take the palms forward and imagine just giving a hug to all your loved ones across the world, and then reach the arms out in front of you. Bring the palms together. And as you bring the palms together, press them together and feel the engagement of your shoulder complex muscles there. Slide the fingertips forward. We'll take the shoulders a little bit in protraction and then retraction. Bring those fingertips back towards your body so you can really tap into that strength of your shoulders, not just the arms. As you press the arms together, you're really getting a nice toning in the arms there. Beautiful. And now we'll just take this energy, separate the hands, inhale big, and then exhale, we'll just release it up to the sky. Great. And then come down into cactus hands if you want to change the cross. For some reason, my legs want to change the cross a lot today, so that's fine. You can join me in that if you're in half lotus. And we're going to bring our palms out and just nice hallelujah fingers, just nice and wide here in our cactus. And then we're going to rotate the shoulders so that the hands come down towards this floor, and you're going to hang those forearms down like laundry on a line. Inhale, feed the breath into those shoulders as you lift up again. Take the thumbs behind you and gently dip them down towards the floor, coming back, palms outward, and then come down with the laundry line. Back to cactus. Those thumbs behind you, pinkies up. So you feel that broadness along the collarbones as you do this. One more time, let's bring palms up, hands down, and then up, back to cactus. Take the thumbs behind you and we'll bring our forearms together into that curtain and press them together, gently taking a nice, beautiful, smooth glide with the elbows towards the eyes, and then open up the forearms as you visit your own limitations or your own limits. And then let's take the elbows to the rib cage, bring the forearms together, smoothly move up towards your eyes, open up the forearms like curtains. Bring them together and then up towards the sky one more time. And then we'll take the hands down, thumbs into the armpits, and our elbows are out like strong swords. And then we'll take that power position, the lower ribs in, so you feel that connection of your transverse abdominis, really strong inner abdominal muscles. And we're going to twist to the right, elbows to the right, and elbows to the left. So we're swiveling along an axis here, feeding it with an inhale at the center and exhaling twist. And you're super strong in your core, so you're just using that action, that fuel, that engine of your core to take this twist. Nice. Now let's drop the wrists in front of the body and we'll take turn imaginary faucets. Just giving some, in case we've been at the computer a lot, we can take our wrists and give them some relief. And then let's see a nice royal wave or presidential wave. And then hallelujah, hands up to the sky. Release that all. Whew, beautiful. Now take the hands down and we'll transition to our all fours with some core work. So cushion those knees underneath you. Check in with your breath as you make this transition. Make sure you're not hyper breathing, forcing anything. Just keep it relaxed. Welcome new oxygen. Cushion the knees or coming into all fours. So here we're going to have as our base is that nice neutral all fours. So your hands are nice and spread out beneath you. Your wrists are below the shoulders. Knees are below the hips. And we're going to take that right foot, curl the toes under, and reach that straight leg behind you. So really feel the evenness of your pelvis as you make that stretch. You can even rock the heel back and forth just to get a calf stretch. So the body will gently roll backwards and forwards. Come back to neutral. Imagine you're zipping up into an imaginary wetsuit. You've got that beautiful long spine, and then you're going to lift your right leg up off the floor, pressing through the back shin of the left leg, really going to get that support through that pressure. And then the shoulders, armpits squeezing towards the rib cage as you hold that leg up strong. Let's reach the left arm up at the same time along the left ear. Beautiful. So everybody's got that even hip, so you can balance your favorite beverage on that hip. Beautiful. Now let's bring the left hand down. Draw the right knee towards the earth. We'll take the other side, curl the left toes under. And let's take a nice rocking action, calf stretch through that left leg back and forth. Breathing into your belly and the ribs, the chest. And then zip up into an imaginary wetsuit as you lift that left leg up towards the sky. Feel those glutes engage. Feel the abdominal engage. And then lift the right arm up towards next to the right ear. Nice and long. This is bird dog. Exhale, flow that back down to earth. Touch down with the right hand, touch down with the left knee. On this next one, we're going to add in a little fun to this bird dog. Curl the right toes under, reach the right leg back, nice and straight. Lift it up, and then you're going to reach the left arm up next to the ear. Now, if you can, don't force yourself, but if you can continue here with me, bend your right knee so that the sole of your right foot is pointing towards the sky. Take that nice core stability you have, sweep your left arm behind you towards your glutes. And then see if you can reach your foot of the right leg. So that foot, that right foot, maybe you can reach that for a quad stretch. If not, don't force it. Just notice as you bend that right knee, you're going to get a quad stretch. And you can either also hold that like a bow and arrow, just hold the center and then exhale, bring it down to earth. You can just continue bird dog if this is a strain. If you notice any strain in your breath, just go back to bird dog. Inhale, we'll straighten the left leg. Let's lift it off the earth. Pressing through the back shin. Let's take the right arm next to the right ear, nice and long. Feeling that celebration of this length through the spine, through the side bodies. Bend the left leg. Sole of the foot towards the sky. So you've got a different position here, but you're balanced in that center. Sweep the right arm down next to the body behind you. See if it finds the toes maybe of your left foot. If so, that's great. If not, that's great too. And see if you can just give a gentle connection between the toes and the hand. If that's possible, we can always use a strap. Other times, if that's something we can do, again, release back down to the earth. Very nice. So let's take those hips back to your heels and we'll come into briefly into child's pose. Inhale through, if you can visualize the breath going in, coming in through the crown of the head, massaging the spine on that inhale. And on the exhale, noticing the belly, that path, the belly, chest, the belly, rib cage, and chest. Just allow that exhale to release whatever you don't want back into the earth. Take the palms open to the sky. So this is a nice receiving hands. Imagine just something wonderful dropping into your hands. Power of intention. Then take the palms back down to the earth with the strength of your core. We're going to come back up to all fours. And then you're going to take the right knee forward into a low lunge. So take that right foot on the inside of the right hand. Nice. And we're in low lunge. So as you do this, imagine just some nice oil, honey, whatever that is, liquid at that hip socket of the right side. So feel that fitting in that beautiful hip socket. And then the action of your foot with the back knee, you can feel that diagonal line between them, bringing you further strength, right? The spine stays long, and then we're going to take the hands to the front foot, the front thigh, and just roll on up to vertical. So we're in a beautiful high lunge here. Great. And again, the connection between the back shin and the front foot, powerful connection. Let's take the right arm forward with a fist upward towards the sky. Take the fist upward with the left side next to the body with the elbow back. I'm showing that here. And then we'll do that same concept of the axis around the spine as we take that power, imaginary slow-mo punch forward with the left fist, taking the right fist back towards the body, next to the rib cage, elbow back. Exhale, let's take the right fist forward, left fist back, palm up. And then we'll take the left fist forward, right fist back. So you're just, as you roll, twist between these two, you notice that your spine is the center of all that action and that you feel your tailbone reaching towards the earth. Power pose. Beautiful. And now you can just release the hands, sweep the hands down around the right foot, and draw that right knee back to the earth. Inhale, exhale, we'll lift the left side, so the left foot in between the left hand, in between the hands, pressing down on that back shin. You feel the connection there, the shin to the front foot. Low lunge, the left hip socket, the femur bone fitting beautifully into that hip socket. Take the hands to the front thigh, curl up. Here we are in a high lunge. Beautiful. And then feel that tailbone down towards the earth. Let's reach that left arm out into a fist upwards, and then the fist upwards next to the right rib cage. Elbow back. And now we can take that nice twist again between both sides. You're getting in touch with your power center, right? But then also that action of your arms gliding into the power slow-mo punch. Exhale. Beautiful. Release the hands. Sweep those hands down around that left foot. Exhale. Take the knee back, so we're back in all fours. And now we're going to take a downward dog, which we haven't done in a little bit. So take the hands in front of you a couple of inches, maybe 3 to 4 inches. Make sure your index fingers are strongly pointing up towards the top of the mat. And press into that index finger and the thumb, and then the space in between. So that's really important connection there to support your lifting up. Curl the back toes under, and then you're going to press up with the hands and bring the rib cage to the thighs. Keep the knees bent. Make that a nice, comfortable bed position, hanging the head down, and begin to straighten one leg and then the other, so you're pedaling through your heels. Pressing upward in a diagonal direction. Connect with your breath in this inversion and just connect with filling the belly again, rib cage, chest. Armpit squeezing towards the ribs. Beautiful. And then if you want to straighten both legs, you can. Again, just relax the neck and relax the face as much as possible. Beautiful. Now walk your feet towards your hands. But keep the knees bent if you want, or you can test yourself in a straight-legged forward bend. If your lower back is at all pain, you can just bend your knees and allow that spine to drape over. Take the thumbs to the elbow creases and hang the head down. And the spine is like a nice piece of fabric, just draping down and relaxing. Now come up to a flat back. Feel your body with that inhale. Take your hands to your hips and then hinge at the hips, coming up to standing position, mountain pose. Take a moment here, connect with your breath. Since we've come up, feel that breath going down into the belly. And then step to the top of your mat. So we're laying on the, it's a little bit different showing it from the camera here. I'm showing side, but I'm stepping to the top of the mat long ways. And then we'll take this nice flowing sequence that you may have seen before, really reminding us of some great core strength within. Let's take a really nice mountain pose. So mountain pose, the footprints in the sand below you, making that beautiful footprint by spreading the toes and noticing the four corners of your feet as your base. And then bring the gaze upward, but feel the energy drawing up from that warm earth, up in between, along the insides of the legs, and then through the middle of the body, just really noticing that core of support, that light and warmth coming up from the earth. Draw that energy up through the arches of the feet. Take the hands to the hips so you can feel that gentle tilt of the pelvis. At the same time, the tailbone's reaching like an arrow, so you have an engagement of your lower core. Take the hands to the bottom of the ribs, so feel the bottom of your ribs, and make sure they're not popping up, but rather tucking in. And then we'll travel up towards the shoulders and notice that the heart is shining proudly forward as those ribs still tuck in. Beautiful. And then you can drop the hands, open the palms out to the side, and then turn them inward. So you keep those shoulders open while you turn your palms inward. You should feel really strong. If there's any swift breezes or any action that would push you over, you've got this really strong base to work with. So open your eyes for sure here, and we're going to take the right knee and we're going to do a knee lift. So bend the right knee, begin to take that foot off the floor so you're standing in that strong tower of your left side. Let's take the hands forward and just gently grab below the knee. So you're in a knee lift, get your bearings here. Let me just remind people, if you have anything on your mat, you might want to remove that. So I'll say that again. So we'll come into mountain, curl the right toes up and bring the knee upward and hold on to that below the knee. So feel your center here and then release the hands upward into kind of a flying position and just notice if you can keep your balance there. And now take the hands to the hips. I'm going to sweep that right foot down to the floor and step that right leg back. So reach back, keeping your stance a little bit wider than hip width. We're going to come into warrior one. So from here, hands on hips, notice the hip bones are pointing forward. Bend the front knee towards the middle two toes, and you're going to drop the pelvis in between those two thigh bones. So it's going to straight drop down, point that tailbone, and then the back foot can be angled about 45 degrees or whatever is comfortable for you. But we have a nice straight leg in the back. You can even curl up the toes if you want. Lift the arms to the sky. So really lift those side bodies nice and long. We're really using this as a stretch for the side bodies as well. Nice warrior one. And then we're going to sweep the arms out to the side like wide bird wings out to the side. Tiptoe forward with your right foot. And as you tiptoe forward, you're going to straighten the front leg towards warrior three. So keep the arms out, flying free. And then if you want to let go of the balance on that right foot, you can come towards horizontal as you keep the left leg strong. Inhale, exhale, we're in warrior one, warrior three, I apologize, warrior three. And then come on back up, bring the right foot to meet the left, back in mountain. Inhale, exhale, take the hands in prayer position. Back in our basic mountain, right? Inhale to fill the belly. Exhale, sit back if your knees allow in an imaginary chair as you stay in that prayer position, reminding you of your center. So sit those bones back, keep the knees behind the toes. Really nice and strong, long through the spine. And then inhale up, sweep your hands up to the sky, and then bring them down to your side. So that was a slow flow through this. We'll take another slow flow and then make it a little faster next time. So this time we're changing sides. Nice strong mountain, nice strong tower on your right side. Begin to lift the left knee upwards towards the face. And then see if you can support below the knee with your hands, knee lift. And then let go of the hands, wide arms, see if that balance works for you. Exhale, take the hands to the hips and begin to reach your right leg back. Reach that foot back behind you. Find that foundation, angle the back foot and find your stance through your footprints into warrior one, dropping the hips, bending the front knee and adjusting. Just take your time to make this foundation. Beautiful. Now fly your hands up to the sky, nice long arms next to the ears. That same engagement of the lower ribs, taking you into the strong warrior stance. Now we're going to transition to warrior three. So open the arms out like bird wings. Nice wingspan. Tiptoe with your left foot and begin to shift the weight to the right foot as it straightens out. And then if you want to let go of the weight on the left foot, you can tilt at the hip towards warrior three. Keep that back foot active. And then bring the left foot to meet the right. Hands come into prayer position. If you choose to go into chair, we're going to sit back in that imaginary, beautiful, elegant chair behind you. And sit as you keep the spine nice and long. And then gently come back up to standing, sweep the arms above the head, and you're back in your mountain foundation. Let's take that as a flow. So really feel the connections in the joints and feeding them with breath and just really ease of action here. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. And then actually, let's start with the hands up to the sky. Exhale, let's lift the right knee towards the face. Give it a hug. Let go, fly. Reach the right leg back. Land in your warrior one with the hands on the hips. Fly the arms out. Tiptoe towards warrior three. Bring that back foot to meet the front in mountain prayer position. Either stay in mountain or briefly sit back into chair, exhaling. Inhaling, float yourself back up, arms to the sky. Come back to that foundation. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, let's reach for the left knee. Release the knee. Fly the arms out. See if the balance works. Take the hands to the hips. Reach the left leg back. And adjust and find your warrior one. Hips shining forward. Reach the arms up towards the sky. If you want to go more slowly through this, feel free. It's no problem. Take the long wings out, span out wide. Tiptoe with the left toes. Hinge at that front hip, straightening the leg to whatever level you want. And then bring that back foot to meet the front foot. We'll do this one more time to celebrate. And hands in prayer position, and then sit back in chair. Sorry, guys. And then come on back up. We'll do this one more time. I'm going to do it and show it, but I won't be cueing. So you can take your own pace with your own breath or whatever poses are comfortable for you. So let's just do this silently. You can look. We'll meet back in mountain pose together. Beautiful. Thank you for trying out this idea of just listening into your own body and the own rhythm of your breath as we move through a standing sequence. So now on our way down, we're going to do a nice energy clean sweep through the body. So let's take the hands, warm them up again. You can stand at the bottom of your mat if you'd like, long ways as we go down. We're going to take the hands to the crown of the head, feel that warmth through that top energy through the crown of the head, and then just sweep the hands down beside the head, so besides the ears, around the face. And now really activating that vagal nerve, you're going to sweep downwards along the neck. So in the back of the neck and on the sides, really relaxing the entire nervous system. Let's take the right hand and sweep downward on the left shoulder, down the left arm, down to the fingertips. And take the left hand to the right arm and just sweep down that arm. And then take your hands to your chest, rib cage. If you can reach the back, do that too. And then bend the knees towards that chair. And then we'll just sweep down the thighs, front and back. And touch down with your hands on the floor. So bend the knees, touch down with the hands, and we'll walk back to a downward dog. So take those firm hands below your face, and then walk your left foot and then your right foot back. Just briefly in our down dog, getting into our hamstrings here, pedal the feet again. Nice graceful descent back down to earth. And then bend the knees, bring the shins down to the floor. Very nice. And we're going to come into a seated position, our side seat. So take the left, fold the left leg in front of you and fold the right behind you. And take your blanket and put it under the sits bones that is lower than the other. So you might want to close the eyes, connect with the hips, notice which sits bone is below the other, and just take that support underneath the lower one. Take your fingertips, take your fists beside you, and then lift your torso up a little bit and then settle it down. So we're really feeling that nice opening of the hip. Take the fingertips to beside you, so feeling the spine lifting up towards the sky as you grow tall. And take your right hand to the top of your right thigh, and then begin to turn your hand inward towards the inner thigh, so you get just a reminder, a hint of that action of the inward spiral of this leg, really connecting in with your hip. We're going to lift the right hip towards the left heel. So you can see that here, and then back down, lifting up towards the left heel, and then settling it back down. Getting nice lubrication there, nice hydration into the joint. Really exploring some of these mechanics of the hips today. Very nice. Now let's settle in through those sits bones again. And we'll inhale and grow taller. We're going to take a twist to the left. So take the left fingertips and just walk them back behind you and reach the right hand towards the left thigh. Fill the belly, rib cage, chest with air. Exhale, you'll turn to the right. If you have any internal issues, some belly, stomach issues, you don't have to twist quite as far. So begin to gaze over the left shoulders if that's comfortable for you. Relief. It should feel relieving and nice on the spine. Beautiful. And now we're going to actually switch to the other side, but if you can take the fist below you and just use the core strength to make a nice graceful switch to the other side, we'll take the right leg folded in front, left leg in back, tapping into those sits bones again. And take the blanket and adjust. Take the left hand, take the fingertips beside you, feeling that length through the spine. Take the left hand to the top of the left hip and just see if you can, again, feel that internal action that you're really plugging in the top of the femur bone into the hip socket a little more if you take your fingertips towards the inner thigh. And then lift the hip towards the right heel, and then back to the earth again. So we're lifting that hip bone, pointing towards the left heel, and then back again. It should feel very gentle, nice opening of your left hip. Great. Getting that length through the spine again. Inhale, crawl the right fingers, walk them behind you slightly. Take the left hand to the right thigh. Fill the belly with breath. Exhale, begin to turn to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Twist, inside sitting. Come back to center. And now we're going to take turtle pose. I did have some desert animal themes going this week, so here we go. Let's take let's adjust that blanket underneath the sits bones to be more even. Take the soles of the feet together, and the knees are going to be open out to the side. You can bring that closer to the body or further out, whatever is more comfortable for you. But press those feet together, and as you press the feet together, you might notice more engagement along the legs. Inhale as you press them together, and then release. Maybe gravity will help you out a little bit and get them open a little more. Take your hands beside you again. Let's make sure that tilt is in the pelvis. As we hinge at the hip, take the fingertips, take the hands, and let's just grab the ankles. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, let's bend at the hip and lean towards the toes. But follow your heart instead of your shoulders. Just follow the heart as it dips towards those toes. And now, if you have this available, you could take your hand underneath the shins. So your hands are out here kind of downward dog style, but they're just there holding onto the earth. See if you can walk them out a little further as you continue to hinge at the hip, making that length through the crown of the head and the spine before you descend and drape over and go into turtle pose. So the head hangs down, turn inward, Just relax into this shell position. Hang out here if that's working for you, opening up both those hips symmetrically. And as you spend time here, just go inward. Take a moment of appreciation for whatever you want to appreciate. And then walk your hands back towards the body and just ease the spine back up to a seated position. Take your hands on the outside of the knees, close the knees together, and then shift towards our reclined poses. So we're going to take our length on the mat, take the hands behind the thighs, soles of the feet on the floor, knees bent. And we're going to roll those shoulders away from the ears, feel the shoulder blades roll down the back, and you're grounding through those sits bones, and then just lean back like you're hinging at the hips like we were before, and lean back, noticing the core asking you for a little bit of engagement and action here. Let go of one hand, let go of the other. And roll again those shoulders away from the ears as you reach upward with the hands. Turn the palms up to the sky. So even here, you're getting a nice core engagement, keeping those hands open and keep free. So you have to rely on your core. If you want to take the hands behind the thighs again and experiment with lifting one foot off the mat or the other, just playing around with here, our boat pose. Being easy with your breath. So many combos you can play with here. So let's descend towards our recline poses, pressing those feet into the earth. Let's hold on to the back of the thighs and roll downward, noticing where your body just wants to flop and give up. Keep a little engagement, let go of the hands, and roll that spine back down to the amazing earth. Beautiful. And from here, we'll take the soles of the feet towards the glutes. See if you can reach the length of your arms along the mat, touch the back of the heels. Keep the take the feet hip width apart and the knees hip width apart. As you press into the mat with your length of the arm, just feel that pressure along the whole arm. That's going to support you as you curl the tailbone up, lift the hips up towards the sky into bridge. Your sternum wants to reach towards your chin. The eyes are relaxed. And now pressing strongly through those footprints, you're going to take the elbows and bend them, fingertips pointing up towards the sky. Really pressing through the backs of the arms, those triceps, and then reach up towards the sky, giving a hug to the sky, and then reach the arms behind you along the ears. Relax your third eye, relax your thoughts. Pressing through the feet, feel that engagement as you hold this bridge. And then reach the arms upward towards the sky, bend the elbows back down, touching back down, and then roll the spine, snake it back down, landing your sacrum safely on the mat, feeling that beautiful imprint of the sacrum. We'll go for one more wave action here, celebrating waves of good feelings, waves of caring, love, and connection. Let's curl the tailbone up towards the sky, hip bones pointing upwards, elbows dock in below you, fingertips upward. Reach that chest towards the chin, and then reach up your arms towards the blue or cloudy sky, whatever it is, and then length of the arms next to your ears. Hold this, feeling the length, fingertips to the knees. Sweep down with an exhale. We'll sweep up towards the sky again, long arms. Exhale, elbows down. And just ease that spine all the way back down to earth. Really noticing that alignment of your sacrum and your skull as you bring yourself in connection to the earth. Open the palms to the sky. Take the knees together, the feet wide apart. So let's just spend a moment here in easy pose. Close the eyes. Connect with the breath. Notice that your sacrum's solidly got you on the earth. The arch of the lower spine lifting up. Rib cage touching down. Shoulders supported underneath you. Take a tour at this point inside, just noticing any tension, any tides changing, balance between the right and the left. Inhale, nice and big. Exhale, sigh it out. Sigh out everything you might have been holding. And then take the feet together, knees together, and we'll roll over onto the left side. Keep the knees together. Let's take ourselves into that right angle. The torso's got a right angle to the thighs. The shins are right angle to the thighs. And we'll take the palms together in front of the heart. And then trace those fingertips of the right hand along the inside of the left arm. And then take the hand to the heart, elbow to the sky. Turn the heart to the sky. Begin to turn the rib cage and the heart towards the sky. Keep the knees together. So really check in with your knees. Maybe they've tried to separate already. Let's try to keep them together so you really get the full twist here. And then take your right elbow to the side, hand to the rib cage, or open up those big hugging arms into a T. And then take your left arm, the full length, press it into the mat, and just notice if that twist opens up a little more. The back of your heart connecting with the earth, the front of your heart connecting with the sky. The arms open up in receiving, connecting through those fingertips, through the intention, awareness of everybody practicing with us today. Sweep that right hand up towards the sky, nice long arm. Let's close the chapter of this book together, and our right hand meets the left. You can reach the right fingertips a little further out and then roll the hand back towards the body. So we're just getting an extra shoulder stretch there. And then we'll roll over onto the backs, take the knees together and roll over onto your right side. 90, check all your 90-degree angles there, knees together, palms together. Trace the right inside of your right arm, appreciating that length of the arm. Take the left hand to the heart and begin to turn that heart up towards the sky on this side. Your elbow can come down, your hand rests on the rib cage. You can bring your gaze over, open those arms up into a T, pressing through the right arm. See if you can bring the twist a little further. Keep the knees together. How much can you accept the gravity, just connection to our earth, releasing towards this twist with each exhale. Twists really heal the spine. whole spine. And then lift that left arm long towards the sky, closing this book and bringing the left hand to meet the right, slide those left fingertips out a little further, and then back towards the body. And then luxuriate as you roll over onto your back. You can again rest in easy pose, the knees together, if that's nice for your lower back, or you can expand out long ways and just come into our resting pose. You've got the legs out long, and then the palms open to the sky. So before we fully go into resting pose, I want you to tense every muscle in the body on an inhale, and then we'll take a big sigh of relief afterwards. So that 3-part breath. Inhale, let's take a 3-part inhale, and then squeeze everything, the face, the thighs, everything you can think of, and then exhale it out, sigh it out. Even if you can hear yourself, great. Release all the muscles. You can stop working so hard. Roll the shoulders underneath you, allowing for that collarbones to broaden. The feet just roll out to the side. Give yourself a mini spa experience here. With that release, you just let everything go. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything for just a few more moments. Coming back to that rhythmic breath, 3-part rhythm. Let each inhale be an invitation to beautiful, positive energy. Let each exhale be a letting go. And at the same time, sending out good intentions outward. Inviting that back in through the inhale and exhale, releasing and sending out great energy too. Your breath can heal at any time. If you feel lingering tension, just send breath in that direction. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And the knees, roll over onto your right side. An in-breath and an out-breath before you come back up to a seated position. We'll meet with our hands in prayer position in front of the heart. I want to thank those of you who've also given me great reviews. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. And thank you to Huck for your togetherness and for being our techie in the background. Namaste. Thank you. I'll be here next week.